Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cinematic Anaverse, hosted by Anaverse Media Group. If you didn't know, I'm building out my social media management production team. It's a handful. But basically, what I'm doing is simplifying the process of social media management by providing production services as well as social media strategies. And being in my first year of business, I'm learning a lot, and I'm not gonna gatekeep what I'm learning and share with you guys what I've been up to so that we can all make money doing the things that we love to do. So, on today's class, I'm going to share with you guys on how to use Claude browser to search for your leads to increase your sales pipeline. One of the most important part about running a business is finding customers. How else do you find customers than to reach out yourself? How else are you supposed to run your business without a sales funnel? And so what I'm going to show you guys today is how you can do prospecting using Claude to find your clientele list, okay? It's super simple. All you have to do is download Claude and download the Claude browser to prospect clients on your Google Maps and automate this process for you so you don't have to go into it manually. This is how I've been generating my sales list. So if you are a videographer, or photographer, or providing any social media services, or even any services related to actually going to someone in person, this is a great first step to expand your leads list without having to pay a premium on wherever you generate your leads from. All right, so let's get into it. First, I'm going to show you how you can extract your leads list using Claude plugin to research all the local businesses that you can reach out to. And then you're going to create your Notion file where you can keep the list of people. After you generate the template on Notion, you can create a email listing. And what Claude does, which is crazy, is it can draft up emails for you, email templates for you, so you can shoot it out to your customers. And yeah, there you go. You just built an AI agent. I didn't think I was capable of doing this, but it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. So let me show you how to do it so you can succeed in your business development. Let's get into it. Let's open up Google Maps, okay? And you're gonna install the plugin. You can literally just go on Google, Claude plugin, and it'll give you an option to download it for your browser. And once you download that, you'd get something like this on the side, and it'll open up. Claude plugin will open up on any browser that you search up. So let's say I'm going to use the example of a photographer because I'm a photographer myself. And let's say I'm using to reach out to new leads in the GTA. So let's say I'm in Toronto right now, and I want to focus on creating a lead list around hospitality because I like food and I want to build my portfolio around that. So let's ask Claude, create a list that includes the following. So in the categories of bakeries, cafes, restaurants, maybe bars, so anything related to food. Find this list of companies with these requirements, create a Notion doc, and my Notion doc should already be connected to Claude. I'll go in a bit how you can do that. Create a Notion doc of my new CRM company. For each contact, draft an email with an email that includes the promotion I have on my website. Currently, I am offering 30% off for the month of May for social media services. So I actually put that as a landing page for my website over here. So what it's going to do is take this information on the Claude and include that in the email on the email draft. Okay. If you don't have it, don't worry. You can just say, if you don't have any promotion or a website just yet, no problem. Just say draft an email that includes maybe your launch of your new business, how you're offering people exclusive services or exclusivity in that region. Okay. Once the email is drafted, create a Gmail. Actually, let's just keep it there. And before I do a plugin to the Gmail, I'm going to just review each email and then kind of go from there. Okay, so let's send it in. See where it goes. Claude's going to do its magic and it's going to create a list. All right, so it's going to ask you to approve these plans. So I already gave it some resources and it's going to surface through Google, Instagram, Facebook, and all of that. And it's going to give you a step-by-step approach and what it's going to do. Looks pretty good. Yeah, perfect. Open Notion, populate CRM, draft email, including. Okay, this looks good. Let's go. And now look at Claude Go. If you haven't seen this before, it's actually mind blowing. Like, I'm not even touching my computer and it's doing its thing. How beautiful is that? The world is going on a positive place. So now I'm gonna go get some tea, hang around, do something else, multitask. So you can see Claude already working its magic, going through the list of what you would normally do manually. So the beautiful thing about using Claude in general is it helps you just to fast track your processes, especially if you're a solopreneur or you have a smaller team. And once it creates the list of contacts with the phone number, I would go ahead and probably give them a call, email your list of contacts first, and then when they reply, the next steps will be to arrange a call. For the sake of this demo, go back to hospitality lead. This is looking pretty good. Okay, I don't love this because it's just such a huge list to see. So what you can do instead is go back on Claude, open the chat, and tell Claude, like, hey, can you create a table list instead so it's easier to view or list? Refer to this doc for visual reference. So I already have a TACRM, just gonna copy that there. Honestly, if you don't already have like a Notion doc, you can do like a screenshot of a reference from a spreadsheet. The thing about using AI in your workflow is the more you feed it information, the more it's going to remember how to use what you're asking for. So yeah, interact with it as if like that's your literal intern or admin, because it's going to build out all these workflows as close as possible to what you want it to do. So let's see how this works. Okay, so as expected, Claude isn't perfect, but it did generate the list for me after I told it to create a list instead. But there's still all of this information on Notion. So what I'm going to do is create a new browser or new conversation with Claude on Notion directly and ask, use this information below to integrate the call list and contact list on the table above. Okay, it looks like it's doing its thing. It's pretty awesome. Yay. It's continuing where it left off. How beautiful all of this is. It even created an email draft for me, which later I'm going to use to draft email to Gmail directly. And also when you are using Claude, be as specific as possible. If you want to say maybe like draft up top 30 restaurants in Toronto, businesses to the table above. Okay. I wish this was a little smoother, but we're learning all together as we go. So hopefully it works this time. Okay, folks, we got this to work. Claude's getting it now. As you can see, it's going back and forth from the paragraphs or the list that it curated and now putting it into the spreadsheet on Notion. This is exciting. Okay, awesome. It looks like Claude has figured it out and curated a list on Notion as prompted. And it's included all the emails, the phone number, social media handle, even the years in business. That's pretty freaking cool. And it has also drafted some of the email, not all of it, but it's still working through the concept right now. Okay, finally, Claude did it. It's completed this chart. The next thing I prompted, draft an email on my Gmail, anniversmediagroup.com, for each contact on this list. It already is connected to my Gmail, so it understands how to do the next steps. And it should be pretty seamless from here. Once that's done, I'm happy to show you guys what it looks like on the Gmail side. Really hoping this is fast and easy. So to the Claude gods, if you're listening, you've got this. Let's make this seamless as possible. Okay, so it's asking me to approve these items. Let's go for it. Next steps. Claude, let's do your magic. Perfect. So it should, yeah, perfect. So you see already it's going to my Gmail automatically. And now it's going to go ahead and compose and draft all the emails. Oh, look at that. Isn't that cool? It's going to copy and paste whatever's happening on the other side of Notion. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's see where this takes us. So as you can see, Claude has automatically created the text, the message and even the drafting, and it's gonna, yeah, it just finished its first draft, and it's gonna keep repeating every draft onto, yeah, this is the second one right here, onto your Gmail. So that's pretty much it for how you can create a lead list and use Claude to communicate in between different tools and resources so it can save you time and energy on prospecting and communicating with your potential new leads. So I hope this is helpful. My biggest learning lesson is to prepare all your prompts in advance, so, and save those prompts, because the browser on Claude doesn't actually save all your prompts. So at the end of each prompt, just have a place maybe where you can say, hey, after this prompt that I created, execute that into the folder or like a spreadsheet somewhere on your Google Drive so you can keep using it over and over again. So anyways, that's my tip of the day. All right. So that's it for my tutorial for how to use Claude as your sales pipeline. I hope you found this information useful. Whether you're a photographer, videographer, maybe you're in a plumbing business, roofing, any service-based businesses that are really looking to expand their customer base, this is a great video for you. So if you can comment, like, and subscribe on this information, I'd really appreciate it. Sales is such a huge part of building a business, and if there's any way that I can further help you on building a stronger sales and marketing network, I'm here to help your business grow. All right, let's keep growing together, and thank you for listening. Bye.